Let's be honest, there is a specific kind of panic that sets in when you decide to learn something new after 40. You buy the course, you open the textbook, or you download the app, and immediately a little voice in the back of your head clears its throat and whispers, "Who do you think you are?" You look at the sheer volume of information you need to absorb, and you feel tired. You assume that because you can't pull an all-nighter on Red Bull and instant noodles like you did when you were 20, that your capacity to learn has evaporated. You think your hard drive is full. You think the window has closed. This is what I call the too late lie. And not only is it factually wrong, but buying into it is causing you to bench your greatest asset, your middle-aged brain. Today, we are going to debunk the myth that learning is a young person's game. We're going to look at why science says you are actually primed for mastery right now, and why your age isn't a hurdle. It's your secret weapon. First, let's address the elephant in the room: neuroplasticity. For a long time, scientists thought the brain was like drying concrete. Wet and moldable when you're a kid, and hard as rock by the time you hit 25. If that were true, we'd all be in trouble. But it's not. Modern neuroscience has proven that the brain remains plastic, moldable, until the day we check out. Neuroplasticity is just a fancy word for your brain's ability to rewire itself. Every time you learn a new chord on the guitar or memorize a new coding syntax, your neurons physically change the structure of your brain. Now, here's the difference. A 20-year-old brain is like a jungle with a machete. It's fast, it's chaotic, and it can clear a path anywhere. A 40 or 50-year-old brain, it's a network of superhighways. We might not sprint as recklessly, but we have infrastructure. This is where your real advantage kicks in: crystallized intelligence. When a younger student learns a concept, like say macroeconomics, it's often abstract data floating in a void. They have to memorize it by rote. But when you learn it, you have context. You've paid taxes. You've lived through recessions. You've managed a household budget. You have mental hooks to hang that new information on. This is called crystallized intelligence. While fluid intelligence, your processing speed, does dip slightly as we age, crystallized intelligence, the ability to use skills, knowledge, and experience, peaks in our 40s, 50s, and 60s. You aren't starting from scratch. You are pattern matching against decades of data. That is a massive advantage. And let's talk about the other advantage that nobody mentions: the tortoise factor. I know nobody wants to be the tortoise, but remember who won the race. When you study at 20, you are often fueled by anxiety, parental pressure, or the desperate need to pass a test so you can go to a party. It's frantic. When you study at 40 or 50, you are usually there because you want to be. That is a completely different fuel source. You have discipline. You know how to manage your time because you've had to juggle jobs, kids, and mortgages. You know that failure isn't the end of the world. It's just data. You have the emotional stability to sit down, do the work, and not have an existential crisis because you didn't understand paragraph 3 immediately. So it's time to stop looking at age as a deficit. You are not a glitched iPhone 6 trying to run the latest iOS. You are a high-performance machine with a massive database of experience. So if you have been hesitating to learn that language, take that degree, or master that software because you think you've missed the boat, let this be your wake-up call. The boat is still at the dock, and you're the captain now. If you are ready to stop making excuses and start leveraging that powerful brain of yours, hit that like button. It helps us find other late bloomers who need to hear this. And make sure you subscribe, because we are going to be diving deep into exactly how to study when you have a full-time life. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is right now. Let's get to work.